Hey Science 8, it's Mr. Krasinski again. I'm going to do the video for the next Simple Machines activity. It's called the Classes of Levers activity. You are to have a fulcrum, which is right here. I made that. A lever, which is this big stick. And then a small wood block and a large wood block. I also brought with me a meter stick. I still have my 12-inch rule, which is also has a metric side to it also. On step number 1, it says set up a first-class lever with the fulcrum, the lever, and the big and small wood blocks at opposite ends. Balance the wood blocks. All right, I'm going to have to move the camera back in order for you to see this. So I'm going to stop it and move it back. And now I'm going to see if I can get these blocks balanced on here. Okay, so I've put the fulcrum here and the lever here. I got the small block on one end and the large block on the other end. And I've been trying to balance here for a couple of minutes. It is very difficult to get it balanced. So the instructions say to get it close. You can see like right in here somewhere, it's pretty balanced, but it never really stays. But I'm going to leave it like that, and I'll answer the questions on step number 3. It says measure the distance from the big block end, the A end, to the fulcrum. I'm going to measure that at 36.5 centimeters, 36.5 cm. Step number 3, measure the long distance to the fulcrum. I'm going to measure that as 49 centimeters. Step number 4, which distance is longer, the big block A end or the small block B end? And then it says to sketch a first-class lever. Well, this is a first-class lever, and you could use this or you could copy and paste one from the internet. First-class lever. Step number 6, define the advantage of a first-class lever. Well, you can pick up something heavy on one end with a lighter force on the other end. It provides you a mechanical advantage. You can pick up something heavier than you might normally be able to pick up with the lever. Name an example of a first-class lever. See if you can come up with an example of a first-class lever. Okay, I'm on step number 8. It reads, set up a second-class lever with the fulcrum, the lever, and the small block. I'm going to put the large block aside. I'm going to slide the fulcrum out to the end. And then I'm going to set the small block in the middle. Here's the fulcrum. This is the load. And here is the effort on this end. And notice as I give a force on this right-hand end, I can lift this load up. This works a little like a wheelbarrow. Okay. Step number 9, it asks you to sketch a copy of the second-class lever, which you can do here, or you can find one from the internet. Step number 10, lift the end of the lever and raise the block. Describe the advantage of a second-class lever. Second-class levers allow you to apply a force at an end and pick up a load in the middle of the fulcrum. Name an example of a second-class lever. There are several. You can look those up on the internet. The advantage of a second-class lever. Step number 13, set up a third-class lever with the fulcrum, the lever, and a small block. In this case, I'm going to put the fulcrum on the left. The lever will be here, and the load is up here on the right. And in a third class lever, we actually pull up on the middle here. Okay. This fulcrum stays put and it acts as a pivotal point. I can pull up here on the lever and lift that weight up over there. Okay. It says step 14, sketch or copy a third class lever. You can sketch this setup or get a cut and paste from the internet. Step 15 on the last page, lift the end of the lever and raise the block. This should actually read lift the middle of the lever and raise the block. Step number 16, describe the advantage of a third class lever. I can tell you actually this works like a broom. It gives you an advantage. It's a mechanical advantage. Watch this. Say these are the bristles of the broom. And I hold the top of the broom here and move my arm this way, and it moves the broom on the bottom. This is just another arrangement of the fulcrum, the load, and the force on a lever. Third class lever. Give an example of a third class lever. You can find those on the internet. Okay? Complete that assignment, turn it into Google Classroom. Thank you.